All right, guys, welcome to the THL. We've got Mike Pfeil and myself in here today, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So today we're going to talk a little bit about recruiting and investing and things like that. We've kind of, sometimes I think when people think about recruiting and investing, they think of it like another bill or something like this, whereas I think of it like, if you're not already recruiting, it's just a great way to force you to. If you're not already recruiting and you want to build an agency, then you're not really building an agency, right?
That's right.
So this is kind of a way to force you to do that, right? If you start putting your money somewhere, inevitably what happens is you start focusing in that area more so. It's kind of like, leads with insurance. Like if you're buying leads, you might as well call them.
Absolutely.
So, it's sort of like that. Like if you're someone who's like, yeah, I'm definitely going to build an agency, or I definitely want to get an integrity deal, but you're not every single week seeking out people, recruiting, looking for people on social media, have some sort of leads coming in that are for recruit. Like you're not building the business.
I agree with you. I think the best part about Family First Life, and we tell people all the time that you don't have to build an agency. You can come in here and make a phenomenal income just coming in here and selling. But if you want to build an agency, you can certainly do it. It's, I think, the best place to build. And once people, I think it's just a mindset. So if you come in here and you say, I'm going to sell, then go ahead and sell. But if you want to recruit, we definitely have all the tools available. We have like an amazing support system. The company is well known. There's so much training and everything else that is available to people online that there's not really a lot in the beginning that you need to do. People take over and we'll help you out. Like in our group, when people come in, all of us are willing to jump in, whether it's me, you, Frank, Kali, Corinne, Ryan, Richard. We have so many leaders in this group that will come in and help you train people and will help you grow your agency. But like you were talking about, it comes back to just spending the money to be able to do it. Because if you're not investing money to build, it's not going to happen, right?
Yeah. I mean, and if you're not already someone who is actually like headhunting or recruiting or looking for new people to get involved with this business every single week without a shadow of a doubt, then you're not already doing it. So I usually just say, like, find something that you can invest in possibly that will give you leads of people who are looking to get in the business, and then start there. That's, I mean, obviously a cold lead isn't, like the end all be all. There, obviously then we're finding warm market through those people and things like that, but it's definitely a start. So you kind of have to start somewhere. It's kind of like what they say, scared money doesn't make any money. So if you're scared, and I usually think of it like this, like if someone is actually scared to invest in their business, they're probably more so scared of their work ethic, because we know that you can go out and earn very lucrative income here just with your own pen. Mm-hmm. Right. So Absolutely. If you're not looking to invest in your own business, you're scared of your own work ethic, because really all it comes down to is just write another app. I mean, we're not talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. It's another app. Yeah. Just go help one more extra family in the month or two, and then really, boost it up. So that's usually my thought process, or they're just kind of media.
The people that first come in, I tell them they don't. At first, you don't even need to spend any money because it's your warm market. Yeah. And if you truly believe in the business, it's very simple to talk to everyone that you know. And that's kind of what starts this whole thing and builds a foundation. I did a boot camp or a business opportunity meeting a few weeks ago, and I was talking to a group of people, and the guy said, well, I'm coming here, but I don't want to build. And I said, I understand that. I said, actually, you end up start building by accident, because once you find something like Family First Life, it's going to help you change your financial future. I go, you're going to come across people that have lost their job, not making enough money. Maybe one of the spouses loses their job. I go, what kind of person would you be not to at least expose them to this opportunity? So I said, sometimes building your agency comes by accident. I said, it's almost impossible not to, let everyone that that may be in financial trouble understand what's available to them. And sometimes it starts there, or sometimes you're very intentional about doing it. Maybe you go out and you want to build an agency. You start talking to all your friends and family, and then those people start coming aboard. Once all those things exhaust, then you can start with the cold market like we've been doing recently. And then as you start meeting new people, obviously you can start recruiting them as well. But I think recruiting is very, very simple. Like, this business is so incredible. And if it hasn't completely changed your life, maybe you're not working hard enough, but once you start doing that, things will begin to change and it becomes very, very simple to do. But once that warm market is exhausted, you can certainly start doing cold market recruiting. We have many, many different avenues that you can do that. And we certainly help people out to build their agency using cold market.
Yeah. And the other thing too about you building the agency on accident, like at Family First Life, we do a really good job at edifying people's efforts, right? So it's almost like if you're on social media, you accidentally, I don't know, at least a couple times a week, someone that we know says like, man, I think I'm going to get, think I could do it? I'm like, yeah, I do. I think anybody can do it. They actually go to work and just follow the system. Mm-hmm. So your group or your agency does a nice job of edifying you if you are someone who's working. And so inevitably what'll happen is people just start to collectively be attracted to your success and want the same success, especially if you know what I mean? Like, all it takes is an insurance course and to pass a test and pay for the license and, get some leads. So if you're putting yourself out there, because let's face it, you are the CEO of your little business of one, if it is that. So let people know what you do. Or let people know what you do by your efforts, going out here and helping families. So it is, even if you come here like, no, I don't ever want to build the business. I do want to, stress to people to kind of open their mindset up. Like, what if you were sick? Mm-hmm. Do you have means of just having an income still coming in? Or what if you, I don't know, even like, now with telesales, even if you're kind of sick, you can still work from home, right? Yeah. But I'm like, what if you had cancer or whatever? Like, what if there was some sort of something that went on in your life? Are your bills still going to be able to be paid? Well, in this business, they are if you build the business. Yeah,
I agree with you. I was sick back in December with COVID. I was home for 11 days, but money was still coming in. I couldn't, even if there was telesales, I couldn't do it, but the money was constantly coming in. So that's a great part about doing it with Family First Life, because you own 100% of your business. You're vested day one. You truly own this. And then there is somewhat of an exit plan here. I think that we call it an exit plan, but you're not really exiting the business. Yeah. You can cash out, make a significant amount of money, but coming on board with FFL, that's why I think this is the best place to build, because you do own your book of business. You are vested day one. It's almost crazy not to do it, but if you want to do it, we definitely have everything that you need here to do it. And I think we have an amazing opportunity that, why wouldn't you explain it to everyone? With the cold market people, when I'm talking to people, and I've been doing a lot of recruiting just this past week with you, and I always hear you on the other side of the wall doing it. I think it's very simple. I don't ever have to sell anyone. Actually, most of the time I'm trying to talk people out of it, because I only want to work with people that want to work. I see too many people when they start recruiting, they like oversell and they're so excited and they want to tell them about all the great things. I like to do the opposite. I like to tell them about all the bad stuff that's going to happen. I like to tell them about how much work it's going to require up front. And I want that person then to sell me on why they should be here. So I kind of take a different approach when I'm recruiting or talking to people about the business. I tell them all the bad stuff first. And then if they want to come aboard, then I know that they're ready and prepared. I don't ever want someone to come here and hit a roadblock like we all do, and then them say, well, I didn't know it. I want everyone to be fully prepared for it and be ready in the beginning to have just an incredible work ethic and work hard. Those are the people that I'm looking for when I'm talking to people. It was completely different in the beginning, though. I got real excited. I was trying to recruit everyone. But those people never stick around because you didn't tell them the truth. I like to be open, honest, very transparent, explain every possible pitfall that's going to go on. And then if they want to come on and let's make something happen. Is that how you do it when you're talking to people?
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of gauge when you're talking to somebody if they're engaging back and forth, and you like most of these people that I'm talking to. By the time I'm talking to them, they're selling me on why they need to start here like now. Like we just had a guy last night. We recruited him yesterday at 12. He's 20 years old. By 11:30 last night, he texted me and said he had the course completed. Now I didn't respond back right away. I didn't respond back to this morning because I wanted to see the report. I was like, did he do the wrong thing? No, he had it. It was at 9 98%. I was like, did you take that final? He's like, no, I'm doing that now. Wow. So he finished the course. He just needed to keep taking the cram exam. I told him, make sure you get an 80 or better, so you'll be fine. But I'm just, there's people out here who are hungry and want to move and know that this can change their life. He sells solar door to door. He has to go to different states for 2 weeks at a time. Like, he wants to be close, stay like in the same area. He doesn't want to have to keep going out and coming back. And he was saying that, you know, people, they don't get paid for like 3-4 weeks until the solar's on top of the roof or whatever. And I'm just like, think about how many other people that they're actually doing the same thing, that this could benefit their life. They already kind of have a good work ethic, because if you're knocking on doors, door to door, and being away from your family a couple weeks at a time and waiting to get paid, maybe won't get paid, like, this is a great fit for someone like that.
Did you immediately ask him how many other people?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said, well, when I was talking to him, I was like, well, how many more people that, you know what I mean, that you think this would be a good fit? He's like, oh, several. And I was like, okay. So then when I sent him the text message that I was like, make sure you get these to those other solar reps. He's like, okay, I will. Wow. So, I mean, but who knows? Yeah. Again, I mean, this is just kind of like how things, it's just, we're just seed planters. You know, we're just planting seeds with warm market, and, you know, eventually the seeds start to grow over time, and there's harvest, and there's, you know, so, you know, it's just one of those things, but you have to do it every week.
How many people over the last couple of weeks, because I listened to you dial on the other side of the wall, how many new writers do you think, like, really you could have in 1 month? What's your number? What do you think?
Well, you ran the report.
No, but how many people do you think could put pen to paper in a month?
I mean, just off of these efforts alone, I think at least 20.
That's the same number I said.
I
said the same thing. I was talking to Andre last night, and I said, I think I could have 20. I go, seriously. I said, it was Monday and I said, I interviewed 20 people. I said, I hired 8, but they're like a good 8. Mm-hmm. Then I talked to Frank, and I was telling Frank, I talked to 20. Frank said, did you hire them all? I said, oh, no. I said, I'm looking for people that want to come in. So I hired 8. And then I hired like another 4 on Wednesday. So I told Andre I said, I think I could have 20 new writers in a month.
Yeah.
But imagine if everyone did that, then we would grow exponentially. But I think it takes, like, if you and I are doing it, and then we start getting people pen to paper, I think then things will catch fire, because what we're doing right now in terms of recruiting is unbelievable. The people that are calling, there's so many people out there that are looking for a better opportunity. I think we have probably the best recruiting platform there is. I love talking to these people. They are looking for it. But again, I'm just looking for the right people. But I think I could have 20 in a month.
Oh, yeah, easily. And then can you imagine how it would start to get, you know, I mean, when you start underneath that 20, because I mean, even some of these people, another guy I talked to, I said, how'd you find the business? And he said, oh, well, my sister, she does it down in Florida, but, I don't know if I like the company that she's working with. I said, well, then we need to get her over here, because I know her comp isn't going to be as high as we can get it. And he's like, can I tell her to call you? I'm like, yeah. So it's just, you know what I mean? You just keep having these conversations, but you have to be in the game.
Yeah.
I think that's the key. This isn't going to happen if you're just toe dipping every once in a while, taking a call here. Oh, mention it to your, you know, your restaurant server, or the guy at your, you know, your barber shop. Like, no, it's like every single day, every single week, without a shadow of a doubt, it has to be incorporated into your schedule, because if you're not in the game, you're not getting any hits.
It has to be like your mindset. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get there. I had a couple people too. I had a guy call back, then put his wife in. I had another woman call back, brought in her sister. I had 2 people call, and they know about insurance because of a family member that does insurance, but does it at another company. Same. And they said, I had one girl I talked to, and she said, my best friend does it, but works somewhere else, but I don't like their deal. They put her in class. They locked her into a 1-year contract, and then said she couldn't do anything else. And she's trying to sell auto, home, life, Medicare, like everything. And she said she's not making any money, and she's tied up for a year now. I said, oh no, we'll put you in a class. You're not tied in anything, but you're going to love it so much. We don't need to tie you in. You're going to want to be here. So I've had the same type of results. The people that I'm talking to are truly excited, and they get me excited. What does Sean say? The best way to build excitement is by new blood. And I can feel what that is. And I think if everyone was doing that, it would raise the level of excitement for the entire agency. We would grow so much faster if everyone was doing this, but it starts with just a few people doing it, and doing it very intentional, and doing it each and every day. And those are the plans, to keep bringing in new people and showing other people how to get it done.
Well, and truth be told is we know people who recruit every single week. They typically have higher sales because they're selling themselves on the business every time they talk to somebody. And so inevitably when they go out to sell, they actually help more families.
Yeah. I had an agent call me the other day struggling in the field. And I said, how are you doing? I go, start talking to the leads that are coming in. I said, if you do that, it'll bring up your confidence. You'll feel better. And just like you said, you'll resell yourself. And I said, your sales will increase if you start doing it. So I agree with you.
Yeah. Well, it's just a decision, right? So you got to make a decision to want, if you're somebody who's like, yeah, I think I do want to build a bit. Well, just get started. Just start somewhere. Get with your manager, get with one of us, but start somewhere. Just make the decision and make sure it's a priority every single week. And then next thing you know, you kind of pick your head up and you're like, wow, I can see the fruit of this. So
I couldn't agree more. If you want to build something, this again is the best place to build. We have all the tools and resources to help you do it. You have plenty of people here that are surrounding you to help you do it. We know how to help you grow. So if it's something you want to start doing, and if you're not with FFL and you're with another company, give us a shout here at FFL National. We can certainly help you come aboard and help you build an agency if that's what you're looking to do.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.